How are you guys doing? Well, today we're going to ask Steinhart a few questions. We're going to ask him about modified Steinhart watches. A few questions about that. So we're on the Steinhart website. We'll just see what's new on here. And they got a little note here in green. Dear friends of Steinhart, we are happy to inform you that we are able to continue to work on and send out your orders as usual, and that we will do so as long as possible, even with a reduced staff. We would, however, like to kindly ask you to refrain from paying us a visit in Stradbergen to our showroom, and offices are closed for customers until further notice due to the current corona situation. Stay healthy and safe, dear friends. United we will overcome this crisis. And that's just a little note they got there, is that they don't want you to turn up at their place. So now you know that. But all we're going to do is find their contact form and ask them a few questions about modified Steinhart watches. And we'll just pause here and find that proper form and fill it in. Okay, you guys, this is how you find their customer service contact form. You just go down to the bottom here of this page here, the contact page, and you go right down to the bottom, and you just click on this customer service icon. And then you get the form to fill in. See that? So I'll pause this again and fill everything in. Okay, you guys, I'll show you how the contact form is all filled in. Just go down here and syndicated satellite, the name of the channel, and help to find stolen watch at yahoo.com is my email address. You guys can always write into that too if you have any questions or comments. You're welcome to do that. And here's what I'm asking Steinhart, the questions. What does Steinhart think of collectors that modify Steinhart watches? What does Steinhart think of modified Steinhart watches? So we're asking Steinhart directly these questions. I really don't know what they're going to answer back, but I know that Steinhart has really decent customer service, and they will answer questions or attempt to try to answer them. And you know, you guys, there are watch companies that have non-existent customer service. And I can give you a good example is that Whitby Watch Company. I wrote to them as a buyer. I wrote to them even as the channel and could never get an answer back out of them. So compared to some of these companies, Steinhart has really good customer service in answering back. So you have to press this thing here, this box, that you're not a robot. So I'll show you guys how that works if you're interested, if you've never done this sort of thing before. So you just select all the images with trees or whatever question they ask you. And just verify. And that means you're not a robot. And you just submit on the box here. And they're just telling you here that they've received the inquiry and they'll be back to you as soon as possible. And I would think that Steinhart will probably reply within a week or two. And I'll make an email, I won't make an email, but I'll make a little video about the reply. And we'll look at some Steinhart watches from here. Just see what they got on the site for now. What we'll do is we'll take a look at the newest release here. It says Nav B-UHR 44 date vintage gray. So that's a pilot's watch, obviously. And you can see how it's got that, some people call that an onion crown. And notice the date there is quite small. It's just a little round date and it blends in there. It's quite interesting. It's quite small. And you can see at the bottom of the dial it says Swiss made. So it's a nice watch. just see some of the pictures here. Maybe you can get some pictures up of it. There's the buckle there. You got Steinhart printed right in it. And by the looks of that strap, it looks like something that's made to look older than what it is. I always like to look at the back of a watch too, because it gives you an idea how it's going to wear on your wrist. Some watches have a really severe taper from the lug all the way up to the middle. Myself, I'm not really a fan of see-through case backs. There's some people that really love them, but I'm not really a big fan of them. I'd really prefer a watch without a see-through case back, I think. I think it just adds more toughness to the watch not to have a see-through case back. But I do have watches with a see-through case back, but just a preference not to have one. And it's just some of the description about the watch here. That particular one is 428 euros. $85-gram watch, so it's not extremely heavy. Waterproof to 5 ATM. So every time I do a Steinhart video, I always take a look at some of their newest releases. And I don't think their newest releases change too much. They don't go off too much off the path of what their previous watches are like. You don't see too many big radical changes with Steinhart watches, I don't think. So what do you guys think? So what do you think Steinhart's going to answer? Do you think Steinhart's going to think it's great about Steinhart watches being modified, or are you going to think they're kind of lukewarm about that idea? What do you guys think of that? So go ahead and comment, and we'll figure out what we think, and we'll wait around and see what Steinhart answers back. So thank you for your time, you guys. We'll talk again soon.